So let's go through the process of installing a ScreenRC and then going through some screen commands. We execute this command to pull down a configuration file from a GitHub repository. It's a .files repository under the startup-class user. We'll talk about this more in a little bit. We're going to write it out directly to a file of the same name, .screenrc. So let's execute this. So it shows that it's connecting and that the file is present, 200 response OK, and this file was saved. We can do head on this file and confirm that it is indeed present, which is great. Okay, now we are going to hit Control L, just refresh the screen as usual. And now we're just going to type screen by itself and hit enter. And now suddenly we are in a new sort of environment. It looks very similar, but there's now this whole thing on the bottom over here. So that's the host name, and now we've got multiple tabs. These are kind of screen tabs, and two of them are named Emacs and Bash. We can go back and forth between screen tabs by hitting command sequences. So if you hit first, if you hit Control T and a question mark, you will go to this help screen, and you can look at all of the key bindings that are available in screen. Press space or return to end, so we'll press space, and when we come back over here, we can hit, or we press return rather. Let's go back and forth between two windows. So if we hit Control T, U, we moved to this tab, Control T, J, we moved to this tab. And you can actually loop all the way around, so Control T, J, 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 like this. And U, U, Control T, U, like this, right? Now, we can also create new tabs by hitting Control T, Control C. So let's create a few tabs like this. And in each of these, we can do different things. So for example, if we do Control T, J to the beginning, we can launch Emacs, in this buffer, or let's say like Nano, right? So here's Nano. We Control T, Control J to the next buffer, or next tab over here, and we can do, for example, look at the help text of rsync. Over here, we can look at the manual on Nano, say, and while this loads up. And so what we can do is we can actually move, and so here's an actual command line. Here's that first tab, here's the second tab, here's the third tab. So we can move around as follows with Control T and Control J. And if we want to jump directly to a particular screen tab, we can just type Control T and then the numbers. Control T 0 will jump us over here because that's numbered 0, and Control T 2 will jump us up there. If we hit Control T, it will move us back and forth. So that's quite useful. And again, Control T U will move us up like this. Control T J will move us like this. So that's how you kind of move between these tabs. And as you notice, you can do different things in each of these windows. Now you might ask, how do we close a tab down? Well, that's relatively simple. Just get back to the command line in one of the tabs, and then just hit Control D, and that tab went away. That's basically the exit command. If we hit Control T C, we will then bring that command back. So we just reviewed how to create new tabs, how to move back and forth between tabs, how to jump to a particular tab and back, and also how to delete tabs. So that's basic screen.